You keep asking about Gymshark, so brace yourselves for a dose of reality about this billion-dollar apparel brand. While they claim to be all about sustainability, their efforts might just be deceptive to make themselves look good.
Are they genuinely committed to saving the planet, or is it literally just a marketing gimmick?
I didn't even get my order.
Look, Gymshark might be the talk of the town, but it's time to cut through the hype and see what they're really made of. Get ready for a no-holds-barred look at the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And I just want to remind you that towards the end of the video, we'll be scoring each other's breakdown, and the winner gets to share an embarrassing photo of the loser. And here's the kicker, the loser has to give away a free strategy call to one lucky person in the comments below, so don't forget to do that.
Okay, so I am a sucker for really good content. I think something that's honestly helped Gymshark take themselves to the absolute next level has been their content. And what they've really, I think, pioneered was UGC. Now, I think what they've done recently has been really interesting because UGC is actually kind of falling down. There's actually a lot of trends of UGC is not being as effective. But this is just a good example of things that were saved in the past of really good dynamic creative. They are absolutely killing it with the amount of creative that they are putting out, with the user-generated content, graphics that they've created. One thing that I really like is that because UGC is not working as well, they've completely shifted and they've started creating their own content. Graphics, DPA or dynamic product ads are actually doing way better than UGC right now. It's just like, show me a very clean product in a white background or a lifestyle photo, and let me just scroll through, just let me see some consistency. And as you see through their ad library, they have one video right here that's doing really well, so they've put it in multiple places, but other than that, they're all DPA or very similar type of content where it's like scrolling through images. I can't really see on this side if they're doing a collections type video where there's an image or video above and then products down below. You can't really see that from inside of the ads library. They may be doing something like it, but they're really just honing in on graphics, DPAs, and kind of shying away a lot of UGC. They're still using influencers, they're still going that route, but it's not as much of a forefront as what they saw in 2019, 2020, 2021. So big kudos to them on content variation.
So for my good, I actually went for content as well. I think Aaron is hitting more on the ad side of things, but I'm going to go more into the organic. And to be honest, the diversity of content that they have ranging for all the different platforms. So this is something that we've talked about from the very beginning, even when we started Bit Branding, which was like, we need to treat every single social media platform as something completely different. And the content that goes in each of those platforms needs to sort of like be in line, you know, with the community around that platform. Just because you have the same community, it's not gonna be the same people, and they don't use the app the same way as they use, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So just to kind of give you an example of like, you know, what they have here on TikTok, it's funny stuff that it's being catered to, again, people who are on TikTok and what they're being used to, right? So like, you know, something like this where it's like normal animals versus like, I think swole or muscular animals, right? You got the cow, you got that, you got the normal goat, and then muscular goat is you, right? That's like funny stuff for TikTok versus like Instagram. It's just a little bit more curated, better looking type content. You go to YouTube and they're actually, you know, doing podcasts and interviews and like, again, honing into that community. You go to Facebook and then you see more of the traditional, let's, you know, tag a friend or like asking a question to kind of get feedback, a little bit of memes mixed in there. You go to Pinterest and it's just like beautiful, clean photography, you know, something good to kind of pin into your boards. And you go to Twitter and then you see, again, drink more water, going to the gym, being happy. So again, content catered to each platform. This is something that I've never seen done really well or executed really well, and I think Gymshark is absolutely killing it with this.
Honestly, it's probably what separates them. And also, just so we don't date this video, he meant to say X.
Up here it still says twitter.com, so sorry, Elon.
Yeah. This is the bad. The biggest area of complaint for this brand, because they've grown so much, they've done so many things, is their sustainability. And up until 21, 22, they had done nothing. They've started to do some things. And why I say this is bad is because they're like, well, it's for our planet, it's for our people, wear more, waste less. So they're kind of going the Patagonia model, where it's like, resell it, like don't wear it as much, like this is the care instructions, don't dry it, like hang dry it, which I would highly suggest to do anyway, it just does last longer as somebody who wears these clothes. The materials that they're using right now have not necessarily changed. They do have a pledge, or they do have things out there that they say they're going to, by 2030, by 2025, they're going to start implementing things to make it more sustainable, but their products are not eco-friendly. They are not sustainable. It's not fair trade. It is a product that, I mean, at this point is a great price point, which is awesome. That's not necessarily bad, but because of that price point, they can't change and go eco-friendly and be sustainable. And a lot of people are looking at this saying like, look, it's a great brand. I love the quality of the product, but you are absolutely destroying the environment. The sustainability is horrible and you're doing nothing about it. So much so that like if you Google a couple of things about them, it's like crazy people. I mean, just creating a lot of TikToks and videos about how Gymshark is horrible and they should put them out of business. I don't think they should go that route. They are trying to make a change here, but it was almost a too little too late kind of thing, and maybe this will blow over, but right now there really isn't a ton that they're doing. They're just offering some great ways for you to, hey, this is how you wear your clothes and this is how you wash your clothes so that you can save the environment. Not because we're going to do anything right away, but because you should. So I think they put the onus on somebody else instead of themselves.
All right, so the bad. To be honest, I don't think they're doing a really good job with their recommendation of products on their store and how they're handling that you may also like. If you go to an actual product page, you'll see like I'm looking at joggers right now for women. If I scroll a little bit down, that you may also like is 3 other pairs of joggers. People also bought different colored joggers. So I think the product recommendation software or engine behind this, it's a little bit wrong. Even in the cart, when I actually add to cart, this is nice that you have this little upsell here, but again, it's the exact same product that I just added to my cart. And the matter of the fact is like usually brands like this who are more like athletic brands, they have like just maybe a handful of products, but no, you guys have accessories, men's, women's. I mean, there's bags, there's slides, socks, headwear. I mean, there's tops, bottoms. So you can literally complete a whole outfit and showcase that on your product page, on the cart page, checkout. And there's none of that going on right now. I think there's a huge missed opportunity when it comes to sort of building like that complete the look because you have all the elements. It's just a matter of like selling it and pushing it on your website.
Okay, so the ugly. This is really bad because I don't think they like ugly people. No, I'm just kidding. They are not focused on anybody but a certain demographic. Now let me tell you why I think this is actually potentially a good thing, but also why a brand like this size has to change if they want to go to that next level. They could be doing $1 billion. This is probably, I mean, the guy who started this, a genius, right? They're out of the UK. You guys should look into their story because it's a great founder story. However, the ugly part of this is that they are not focused. I just want to showcase a couple of things here. So the men, these are all fit, in shape men. One of the arguments, same thing for women, let's go here as well. All in shape, great looking people. What they are not showing are sizes that could, or women or men that could be a little bit on the heftier side or plus size or more exclusive side. They are shamed quite a bit online for this, and it's not that fitness brands can't cater to people who are plus size. I think those people could work out too. Gymshark is exclusively going after that fit upon fit person and trying to show this is what you should look like. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying they're getting a bad rep for it, and because of that, it is really affecting a good demographic of people. And unfortunately, or fortunately, we have a very large growing community of those people who feel like I love the brand, but I can't shop there. And if I can't shop there, I'm gonna go find somebody else. And then if it's good enough, they're gonna tell their friends, and the brand will start to lose overall market share of the people they're going after. Because there's only, right at this point, they're only going after one different type of demographic. People who are quote unquote already in shape or close enough in shape that they can wear their products. And so they really kind of alienating a group of people.
I will say someone who's doing it really well is Aloe Yoga.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll do a video on a breakdown on them and why we think that they're doing it really well, especially on their website side of things. My ugly, I would have to say, last video that we did, we had a Bombas where at the very beginning, before you even do any sort of transaction, they kind of get you to create an account and you get that free shipping. Gymshark is sort of the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I had to wait until the thank you page for them to incentivize me to create an account. The HTML there was kind of weird, and there was like 2 buttons that say create an account. It looked really ugly, and we'll show you a visual on screen right now. But I think beyond that, like creating the account, the email side of things, like I was supposed supposed to sign up for email updates. I never got any emails except for the transactional emails. Today I went ahead and like, okay, let me click on this, the very down here at the photo to have this email sign up. I was actually pretty excited because it's very personalized. It asked me for my email address, name, my gender, date of birth. So I was like, okay, maybe they'll customize the email.
Yep.
It took over an hour to get a confirmation email. And then on top of that, the email is just very generic. It doesn't even have my name. I told them that my gender was male, so I was expecting like, okay, maybe I will only get stuff for male. But no, look, woman's right here within the email. So it's like you're actively getting the information to make it personalized, make it customized, but it's not happening when the execution part of it is not actually happening. So I think that's a huge, huge missed opportunity. You do pay really good attention at building your community on social, but when it comes to like the actual website and the transaction process and all that, there's a little bit lacking there, and I think it could be a lot better.
Agreed. One thing I was going to say too is they're probably one of the only brands that I've ever seen that doesn't offer any incentive. It just says get exclusive stuff via VIP. Like that we used to work 10 years ago, but there's no like free shipping or anything. They're just like sign up, we're a big enough brand, and so screw you on anything else. I don't know. I agree completely with that statement, but I mean it's a great idea to do the personalization. We should use that.
Yeah.
You should use that, but then
sure.
it's very easy inside of Klaviyo to make it personalized. Hey Christian, hope you're having a great day. Here's a bunch of men's stuff.
It's a very easy change that you guys can do today.
Okay, so now we're gonna break down the actual products that we got delivered to us.
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't think this is Gymshark's fault, but
That's the Postal Service right there.
yeah, this is Postal Service, United States Postal Service. This is how it came.
You can even see the brand on yours. At least this is probably how it's supposed to look, where it does say Gymshark.
It's happened to me once, and USPS actually had a note inside of it saying, hey, if you're missing any items, please let us know, which we're actually missing items here. There's only one thing in here, and we ordered 2. So this is a shirt. We're missing the joggers.
Wow. Could not be Gymshark. Could be somebody else. We do want to say that there could be somebody who absolutely stole that piece of a product.
Could be. Very well could be.
The more that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, should the branding be there? Maybe it's actually better to be discreet, because if it does say Gymshark or like Gucci or Nike or Jordan or something, then people are more likely to steal it.
Open this one up. I'm very proud of Franklin for getting a crop top for the gym. I don't think I would ever be able to rock this, but in quality it looks nice.
I mean, it's a 90s, like, it's definitely cool
a little
vibe.
bit of a throwback.
Nice.
If you want to go to Barbie with this, Franklin, you can technically go to Barbie and still kind of fit in and
Yeah.
have a little, very nice quality. Yeah, I like this a lot.
And then for me, I decided to go shorts. I figured if I'm going to compare brands, I should just keep, at least for the most part that I can, similar. This is a nice material. I do love more and more the spandex in between, the liner. It's much nicer. And they had cool designs. I will say that most brands are like black and gray and tan and whatever, gray, charcoal, which are great. But I think these are cool, kind of stand out, they're unique, and then, yeah, material is really nice. I'll actually test these out as well, but nice material. I love their warnings here, though. Keep away from fire. This is a little crazy there.
I guess we'll see how good support is for Gymshark.
They better give you some free product.
I was really looking forward to.
I was gonna get some joggers too. I was like, huh, they're like highly suggested by them too. So I was like, okay. And it's eventually not gonna be 110 degrees outside. Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe for the good, you were talking about how before they used to do really good, and now it's just like, yeah, they changed their ads. It just, to me, it lacked substance there. And then the sustainability, I mean, I guess for a huge brand, it is, bad, but at least they're doing something. And it was just like, you want more.
My biggest thing was that the sustainability wasn't a thing until like literally probably the last 6 or 9 months, because they'd just been getting drilled. So if we would have broke them down before, you would have seen nothing, which is why it's so little right now. I
think the part of the breakdown that we need to do is making sure that we give them actionables, right? So like if you're watching this video and this breakdown, and the things that they're doing good, that make sure that you can also do, and the things that they're doing bad are things that you can actually, go into your brand and go ahead and fix. And I don't know sustainability, for a smaller brand, if it's something like from the get-go that they can actually do. And
well, I mean, yeah, there's always something that you can do. I'm just saying, Gymshark, if you're making almost $1 billion, you should be able to do something. I don't expect the same thing from a brand that's doing $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month. I don't expect that. I expect them to do something. Like, hey, cool, we'll give a little bit back to our, whatever, and we're gonna invest in different types of material. That's good enough for me for a smaller brand.
All right, since Aaron lost, we have a loser right here. That means that you get to see this embarrassing picture of Aaron. And if you enjoyed this Gymshark breakdown, then you're definitely going to enjoy our ASRV video breakdown where we talk about their brand, just like we just did right now, but for ASRV. So go check that out.